is time now for the WTIM Morning Show, and you're listening to WTIM, your information station. I'm Tim Zalabak, your host, and thanks so much to our live stream sponsors, People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first, and Landmark of Taylorville, where you always do better with Landmark in studio. Getting things started today, we have Jody Eberling, co-president with the Christian County Historical Society. How are you this morning, Jody?
I'm fine. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Plenty of things to get going on today, but we got some upcoming events over at the Christian County Historical Society. Before we even get into those, how was the summer over at the Historical Society?
We had a real pleasant summer out there. The Muni Band played out there every Wednesday night, and I think people were able to enjoy the music in our beautiful shaded grounds, and it just made for a great combination.
Yeah, we were constantly, every week, we were getting notification that Muni Band was going to be back out there. Talk about that partnership. What a great way to use that space.
They bounced around 2 or 3 places, and they've landed out there with us, and we
Nice.
really enjoy having them. And we do have a nice setting with shade and parking, and it's just been a real good combination the last 2 summers.
Sure. Never was able to make it out, but it always seemed like a perfect night, real serene, and the environment works well with the music out there.
I think we made it all summer this summer without a rain out even.
Wow, that's really notable right there. Absolutely. The weather's really cooperated for our big events this year. So
Yes, it
that is
has.
really, really awesome. Once again, Jody Eberling, co-president with the Christian County Historical Society in studio. You guys got big things coming up for the Historical Society. What's top of mind right now?
We're really excited. Our Persimmon Party, which
Big.
has probably been around for a little over 50 years, I
Wow.
believe, will be November the 2nd from 10 to 2. We will have a persimmon bake-off with products made from persimmons.
Okay.
And I think we have like 4 different categories. So if you like to bake and want to get involved, call out there on the week. We're out there Thursday, Fridays, and Saturdays. You can get more information by calling. Check out our webpage, Facebook. The information's out there if you want to look for it.
Absolutely. You guys stay active on the socials, but also you're out at the actual Historical Society. You said Thursday, Friday, Saturday?
Yes,
Awesome.
we have employees that keep it open every from 10 to 3, Thursday, Fridays, and Saturdays. We go down to just Saturdays, and then we're closed a couple months in the winter because that weather is just so unpredictable.
Yeah, absolutely. So the Persimmon Party, this is a big one. November 2nd, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. This is a big deal for the Historical Society. And why? Why persimmons? Why do we work this in like the way we do?
Well, thanks to Glenn Push, who's passed but was out there for many years, we have quite the grove of persimmon trees. So we harvest them and pulp them and sell the pulp and bake goods and have a bake sale and a meal. And we're going to be rededicating our log cabin. So our log house, actually, it's 2 stories.
Wow.
And we've had a lot of repairs, and so it'll be around another 100 years.
Okay, I love it. And so, and this is all really the big announcement. There is the reopening of that log house right there. We got to dig back into that history a little bit to remind people of where this log house came from, the story behind it, because it's quite a tale. Tell that one.
Yes, it came from over in Shelby County, not too far over the line, and they went to tear it down, and they hit it, and it wouldn't go, and they got to investigating a little more, and there was a log house inside this modern house that had been remodeled so many times that people didn't realize that there was a log cabin inside. And actually, I keep saying log cabin. It's a log house because it's 2 stories.
That's
the
crazy.
bedrooms were upstairs.
It's crazy to keep reminding that, and you're right. I mean, it should be the differentiation should be made right there. Log cabin, log house, very different.
Right.
2-story. It's very impressive. First time I was told that story, I couldn't really wrap it had to be told me a couple of times because I couldn't even picture it. But you're talking like modern day housing, a look of modern day housing. And then as they were starting to tear back the layers, you found wood. You found log house wood.
Yes, and it's so exciting, and it's so we're spending almost $100,000 fixing it up this year.
Wow.
And so we've worked hard to raise the money, and we are strictly volunteer and fundraised money is all we've got.
Yep.
So we raised over $30,000. We've got some match money, and we've still got a little more that we kind of borrowed from our operating funds, and we'll try to get it raised back up So, but it's stuff that needed done. We want our stuff to last for many, many years.
Absolutely. And this persimmon party is gonna help with pushing us closer to that goal right there.
It helps with the operating expenses. I mean, there's insurance to pay every month, and electricity bills and heat bills and air conditioning and just the minimum plus a little bit of salary. And
Sure.
we usually operate on less than $40,000 a year.
My goodness. Wow.
We're pretty mean and lean.
Sure, yeah, low operating costs over there, guys. You guys keep it tight, but the community gets to enjoy the grounds out there all they can. So November 2nd event, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Other than the bake off and stuff like that, are there activities? Are there vendors out there? What does it look like?
There
usually?
won't be very many. Well, it'll be a bake sale.
Okay.
There'll be a bake sale of mainly persimmon products. Cool. And anybody that's ever pulped persimmons has no problem at all paying a price for it already being done.
Okay. Describe that process. What's behind that?
You use a sieve like you use for tomato juice, and it's got the wooden pedestal and the cone-shaped thing, and you put the fruit in there and you sieve it around until the meat comes out, because there's about as many seeds in a persimmon as there is pulp.
I see.
So it's a labor-intense process.
Sure. So those that know persimmons know that that's a tough process. What do you actually use the pulp for? Is that helpful in baking?
Persimmon pudding is kind of a tradition you find that a lot of people have for the holidays. They make cakes with it. They make butter with it. We've got a whole cookbook full of persimmon recipes.
That's so cool. I'm now realizing I did not grow up in a persimmon family. This is not a thing I've gotten to experience before.
It is a natural fruit. Yeah. It grows in the wild.
Wow.
I mean, the deer love it. So it's, they don't stick around on the ground very long.
I was going to say, yeah, it might be why they're not more out there, and I don't see them often because the deer get to them first. But yeah, naturally occurring in Illinois. I didn't even know that. So
that's awesome. And they are the best things to pull a trick on somebody, because you do not pick a persimmon. You want it to be on the ground or fall off in your hand.
Oh, because what happens if you pick one off?
If you pick one off and it's not ripe, it's like eating powdered alum.
My goodness.
You pucker up like you've never puckered.
Wow. Okay. We're learning all we need to about persimmons today, and Persimmon Party, November 2nd. We cannot forget about that. This is going to be huge. And you mentioned that if you still want to get entered into the baking contest, you can still do that, correct?
Yes.
Awesome.
All you have to do is show up that day with your persimmon product and your recipe.
Okay, very important. Anywhere on Facebook, you said you guys stay active on social media websites. Yes. Do you want to name those off for us?
It's Christian County Historical Society on Facebook, and it's Christian County Historical is our webpage.
Perfect. Thought it'd be easy like that. A quick Google search, Christian County Historical Society.
You have to be careful because there's a Christian County, Kentucky that pops up too.
That Christian County, Kentucky will get us on a couple of things there. Yeah, I've definitely gotten tricked on a couple of schedule of events that I'm searching for out there. But okay, awesome. Christian County Historical Society. Make sure it's Christian County, Illinois there. And we have Jody Eberling in studio. We're about to take ourselves a break here. We're going to get more into some upcoming events. You got more about that log house because we got to get into that. But any final words, Persimmon Party? We'll touch on it in the back as well.
Put it on your calendars and come out and see us.
Absolutely. Once again, Jody Eberling in studio, co-president of the Christian County Historical Society. Thanks so much to people tuning into our live stream this morning, and thanks so much to those sponsors, People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first, and Landmark of Taylorville, where you always do better with Landmark. We'll be right back, and you are listening to WTIM, your information station.
Your information station, WTIM.
If you're like most people, finding extra money for your savings just doesn't happen. Hi, this is Casey Rankin at People's Bank and Trust, and we have the solution you've been looking for. Sign up for our Save by Spending Roundup program, and we'll round up your purchases to the next dollar, and then transfer that change to your savings account. It is as easy as shop, enjoy, and save. Start saving for the things you really want with our Save by Spending Roundup program. Call 888-TBT-1954 and let us put you and your savings first. People's Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Looking for top-notch equipment or event rentals in Christian County and beyond? Discover Rural Rentals in Taylorville, your trusted partner for quality and service. As a family-owned business, we take pride in offering a wide range of rentals, from tools and excavators to tables, chairs, and linens for your special events. We're committed to delivering exceptional service and unbeatable value. Experience the difference of working with a local business that puts you first. Visit us at Rural Rentals, 1001 North Cheney Street in Taylorville, where quality and community come together.
Your Christian County Health Department at their new location, 730 North Pawnee, across from Taylorville Junior High School, has both COVID and flu vaccines available. And both high-dose and regular dose flu vaccines are in stock. You can get both the COVID and flu vaccine shots at the same time. And there are a handful of RSV vaccines available. Call the Christian County Health Department now for your appointment at 217-824-4113. That's 824-4113. Your Christian County Health Department is always working for a healthier future.
I'm Jeff Grimmett, Assistant Vice President at People's Bank and Trust in Taylorville. People's Bank and Trust is proud to sponsor Taylorville Junior High School Students of the Month on all of the WTIM platforms.
I'm Delilah Jordan, the 7th grade student of the month. My parents are Stephen Jordan and Alex Manley. The school subjects I enjoy are art and ELA because I love to draw and read. This year at TJHS, I'm involved in softball. After high school, I am considering being an animator as a career because I love to draw and animate. A fun fact I would like you to know about me is I went to New York for vacation and saw Niagara Falls.
Congratulations to these students on this honor from People's Bank and Trust. We put people first every day at People's Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
To learn more about Rolling Meadows Senior Living in Taylorville and the apartments they have available, click on their icon at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com.
Jansen's Heating and Air is the home of Dr. Comfort, focusing on customer care for heating and air conditioning across Central Illinois for some 35 years. Find out their services, specials, and coupons by clicking their icon on TaylorvilleDailyNews.com.
Your information station, WTIM.
Welcome back into WTIM, your information station. We're sitting down with Jody Eberling, co-president of the Christian County Historical Society, in this morning's show. Thanks so much to our live stream sponsors, People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first, and Landmark of Taylorville, where you always do better with Landmark. We just finished up talking about the Persimmon Party, November 2nd, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Big bake sale there, big fundraiser there for the general fund at the Christian County Historical Society. They got big updates coming. We're going to talk a little about the help that the Christian County Historical Society needs, because you guys operate all the time and you need help out there. You mentioned where funds come from out there. It's volunteers you guys are looking for.
We sell memberships,
Sure.
and we also rely on volunteer labor and help. We have school tours every year that sometimes you don't have to be healthy and strong and macho man to come volunteer, because sometimes it's as simple as sitting in the houses because to keep things from walking off.
Sure. Yeah.
So sometimes it's as simple as that. We need somebody to help clean and dust, and we do a newsletter 3 times a year. So those have to be folded and stuffed and mailed. And we've got a broad spectrum of activities that we could use help with. And we utilize some of the school organizations. So we've got everything imaginable that we could use help with. So volunteering is a great opportunity out here.
Absolutely. And a wide range of people needed, like you were just saying right there. You don't need to have a specific skill set. You can set up in one of the fun historical buildings and keep an eye on things there.
And it's kind of fun to play dress up sometimes.
Absolutely.
So like if you're going to be sitting in the schoolhouse, you can dress up and be the school marm for the day.
That's what I was going to ask, is some of these volunteering opportunities will have you dressed up in time appropriate pieces.
Yes, we have a certain amount of clothing that's available to borrow.
Cool.
And dress up with. And a lot of the ladies have made their own outfits and stuff. So we can dress up and look like we were back in the 1800s.
And if that's your thing, and it's more people's thing than I thought out there, that's a really fun way to spend your weekend, or Thursday or Friday. Are you talking about Thursday, Friday, Saturday for those?
Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Usually it's more when we either have a school tour
Sure.
or when we have an event.
Sure.
So I don't know that there'll be that many of us dressed up for the Persimmon Party, because it's focused on the persimmons, which it is what it is. Yeah. And the bake off and the bake sale. And we do have a meal that day available, and it's all for raising funds for the general operating insurance and
Sure.
all those things that you have to pay every month.
Yeah. Talk about the membership opportunities out there. What do you get with membership?
Well, you get a volunteer usually. Membership, we have 3 to 4 newsletters a year, and we keep trying to find the right click to provide to our members.
Sure.
But mainly being a member says you're willing to support the idea of the Historical Society, and that you want to keep it around for your kids to be able to step back in time, and your grandkids and their grandkids to realize what life was like 200 years ago.
Absolutely. And Jody, you've really gotten to have that in your own life. You've been around the CC Historical Society for quite a while. Please tell that story. You've been around.
I tell that story pretty regular. I got drug out there when I was 6, 7 years old by my grandparents. So here I am 60 years later, still going.
As co-president, though, that must be a pretty good feeling.
My heart's in it,
Yeah.
and somebody has to do it. And don't get me wrong, I'd probably hand my reign over to if somebody else would step up and want to do it.
Sure.
And I'm so thankful that Phil Blyler has stepped in, and we are co-president. It makes a good mix because he has expertise that I don't have.
Sure.
So between the two of us, we've been handling it pretty good the last couple of years.
Awesome. But you both bring in the passion that this project does need there, and it takes people with passion out there. So if you are interested in this, plenty of opportunities to get involved with the
Right.
Christian County Historical Society. Any last words for volunteers for Persimmon Party?
We're open to new ideas and things that you think we might be able to do better. Please don't forget our Persimmon Party on November the 2nd from 10 to 2. And I'm very excited about seeing the corrections and repairs that we've done to the log house.
I wanted to get into some log house talk right there, because so a lot of money has been put into that. What kind of updates? If you're trying to keep it a surprise, I get it, but what has went into that?
Well, it's been out there. It's been out there soon be 60 years, I believe.
Okay.
And part of the logs were deteriorating down on the ground.
Yeah.
So the front corner was sagging, and we were really beginning to be concerned whether it was going to last and whether it was safe to be in. So after much research, we found a company to come in and replace the bottom logs and shear it up, and they're going to chink the boards.
Sure.
And we're putting up a new ramp to get into it, and just we put a cover over it because that's what they told us to do, because that's the best way to preserve the logs is to get them covered. Okay. And we still can get pictures from the front of it with the cover over it that doesn't deteriorate too much or deter too much from the log house itself. So we're excited for the things that we got to do to the log house this year.
Absolutely. And wheelchair accessible. He built a ramp in there. I can't imagine it was easy to find the people and the products to be able to renovate that and make it look make it look the way it did in the past. Are you happy with the renovations?
They're not quite done, but so far so good.
Awesome.
So I mean, we're looking at 2 weeks. We're going to be on the wire to get it opened up for the Persimmon Party.
Cannot wait to see it. Jody, we are out of time. Final words for our listeners out there, Historical Society.
Come see us. Come have fun. Enjoy.
Absolutely. Jody, thank you so much for taking the time being here with us today.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Jody Everling, a co-president with the Christian County Historical Society, here on our WTIM morning show. It's November 2nd from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Their Persimmon Party. It'll be a big one. It'll be very fun. Thank you all for tuning into our morning show. Thanks so much to the live stream sponsors, People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first, and Landmark of Taylorville, where you always do better with Landmark. You're listening to WTIM, your information station.
The Big 870 WTIM Assumption Taylorville, 96.1 W241 CF Taylorville, 107.5 W298 CD Shelby.